Hello, I'm Greg,
And I'm Noah.
and this is Wash It Again, Episode 5.
Damn.
This week, we watch Halloween. The good one, the first one.
Not the Rob Zombie one?
No,
Not the 2018 one?
no, you misunderstood.
Oh.
Let's get right in, I suppose.
Alright, let's do this thing.
Michael Myers is not fast as fuck. Oh, fuck! God damn it!
Greg, what's
I
wrong?
dropped these fucking pans!
That's unfortunate.
Dude, Meryl's gonna chew my ass out for this one. Look at this! It's dented! Wait, actually, she doesn't know how many pans we have. Throw this one away.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it wasn't our fault.
No, it wasn't. Well, of course it wasn't.
It was
our
Morning
fault.
Shift's fault.
Yes.
Morning Shift just can't get their shit together.
One of the residents came in and stole the pan, actually. We don't know which one it was.
Yeah, I mean, who really cares? They don't pay us enough to care, so does it really matter?
That noise that the pans made reminded me of the song that goes onto the Halloween movie. Very simple, yet alarming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of movies, I just saw the movie Halloween.
Oh, yeah? Which
Yeah,
one?
Halloween 2018.
2018?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the 70s one.
Oh, me too!
Oh, good. Let's talk about that one. I'm prepared for that one. We can talk about that at the end. We can talk about that later, maybe.
Nah, I'm good. How about, like, the 2010 Rob Zombie one?
There was another one?
Yeah, there are 3 movies named Halloween that are all in this franchise.
Alright, well, I guess pull up a milk crate and sit next to me. Let's have a
I'm
chat
gonna,
about
like,
this.
Flash up a timeline of all the Halloween movies that I sent our maintenance man, Adam, not too long ago, and he did not understand it.
We have a maintenance worker?
Yeah, his name's Adam. Maybe he'll show up one day.
Why is everything so broken if we have a maintenance worker?
That's a good question. Anyway, so Halloween 1978, which I'm not sure if it started the slasher movie genre, but it definitely made it into a powerhouse.
Propelled it into the nonsensical future that it is now, of absolute ass being released every single year, rehashing the same garbage.
That's fair.
Yeah, I have some pretty harsh feelings, as discussed in last week's episode. I hate horror movies, Halloween movies, scary movies, just because I think they're awful. But
Yes.
movies that are unique, like the original Halloween, I enjoy deeply. And I'd like to go over that. Why I think that. Because this movie is a great example of how, bigger doesn't mean better.
What, so you're saying, like, the 2019 remake of Black Christmas wasn't the greatest horror movie ever made?
What the fuck is Black Christmas?
Never mind.
God damn.
I watch a lot of horror movies, and I try to see every new one that comes out. Even if they're bad.
I understand why people don't know that Halloween, the movie, should have ended at maybe 2.
Oh, I just saw 2 last night, and it's real rough compared to the first one.
I think it shouldn't have made any money. H2O was probably the most quality sequel I could think of.
I saw that last week, and you know what? I enjoyed most of it.
I did too. It's still rolling with the original story and everything.
Yeah. Although it excommunicates like 4, 5, and 6.
We don't need to mourn
Takes them out of canon.
Noah, that's a good thing.
And then, 2018, just shoots everyone except for 1. It doesn't even have 2 in the canon, like H2O does.
Oh, let's just show Michael Myers killing someone every 5 seconds.
Yes.
That'll really draw up the thriller tension. Ugh. Alright, so to start off talking about Halloween 1978 is I forgot that Michael Myers can drive a fucking car.
Yes, he can for some reason.
I physically forgot that Michael Myers can drive a car, even though he's been locked up in an asylum ever since he was a young boy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the TV shows that they played in the asylum must have taught him something.
I mean, doesn't like his psychiatrist have a one-off line saying maybe someone in town taught him?
Yeah. Dr. Lupus.
Yeah.
He said, maybe someone here taught him how to do it, as he drove off angrily in search of Michael Myers.
Dr. Loomis, we'll get to him.
So, skipping ahead a little bit, just because I wanted to get that out of the way. But, the intro to this movie started the trend, I believe, of having sex in a movie
Kills you.
means that you die.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone who has sex in this movie dies.
Yeah.
Painfully.
Yeah. So this movie starts off with, of course, young Michael Myers, played by, I don't know, goes up to the room where his sister just finished having sex with her boyfriend and stabs her repeatedly.
Michael!
You know, it's weird.
Yeah. Like, she had a mirror, too. I don't understand how she didn't see him when he came into the room at first. Everyone in this movie is blind because the boyfriend literally walks right past young Michael, literally passes his eyes over him, and the camera that's playing Michael doesn't look like it's very well hidden from the guy's view. So it's like, this man should have obviously seen this child, especially if he's dressed up in a green clown costume. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, just character blindness and, like, starting the horrible trope of people dying because of sex in horror movies. This movie's pretty good.
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect by any means.
It has some pretty big flaws. It holds up really well for what it is, for a movie that was made in the 70s.
It was an independent film, too.
Yeah. John Carpenter wrote, direct, and produced the soundtrack for it all by himself.
Well, I mean, was that really hard? The soundtrack for Halloween
is iconic, and you can tell what it is.
Yeah, it's very iconic. It's classic. It's a classic. You can absolutely tell what song it is, but it's very simple, and I enjoy that greatly. I think it's masterful in a way to design a song that's so iconic, fits well with the environment, and is just literally 4 or 5 presses of the keys on a piano.
I mean, there's a lot going on more than that. There's that great do do like bass line that comes in, and like drum beat. That's really good.
Yeah,
it creates a really menacing tone. I mean, here's a great example. Greg, what does the Scream theme sound like?
Shit. You know what? I'll pass.
What about Friday the 13th theme?
Oh wait.
And that is the only thing people remember of it.
Yeah,
but I can hear the whole thing in Halloween in my head right now. If it wasn't copywritten, I'd play it.
Yeah, Michael Myers is gonna come out with a cease and desist order.
Like, I think the theme song
don't own the rights to this song.
I think the theme song is like as iconic as like the Exorcist theme. I think it's even more iconic than that, and that's one of the most iconic theme songs I think ever.
Yeah, something that the music does, and that Halloween I think does really well is atmosphere. Atmosphere is one of the key elements of this film because it's constantly trying to challenge your comfort zone by having Michael being a malevolent-looking stalker throughout most of the movie, and then suddenly pouncing on his victims. Just like, a psychopath would. Just like some fucking psychopath would. Yeah. This ain't no surprise. But, I suppose back in the 70s, before the widespread information, like, revolution, I guess, nobody really knew what a serial killer would look like.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, he's a man in the mask. He's a very stereotypical serial killer, and I think that's what's so beautiful about it, is that Michael Myers is so expressive, even though you can never see his face.
I actually forgot that Michael Myers had his iconic mask in the first movie. I thought that was in the sequels because it looked like Michael Myers' face and people were using it as a Halloween costume. So I was a little shocked because I couldn't tell for most of the scenes in the movie whether or not he was wearing a mask. And I was like, is he wearing a mask? I can't fucking tell. And then there was this one scene where it showed it really well, and I could definitely tell that his face was a little too white. And I was like, yeah, that's a mask. That's the iconic mask. And then that one scene where he takes it off, it's like, it looks just like the mask. His face and hair look just like the mask. Which I also forgot that Michael Myers' face is revealed in the movie. You can see it for
only for a few seconds. Yeah.
And he looks like a troubled young man.
He does. He's, for a troubled young man, he's extremely intelligent.
How so?
Which we'll get to. So let's start from the very beginning. So after young Michael Myers kills his sister, his parents catch him outside, and you cut to years later when a doctor, Dr. Loomis, is heading to a insane asylum to pick him up to go make sure he does not get released. And I have a lot of thoughts about Dr. Loomis as a character. I don't like him.
I think he's kind of like a civilian version of Batman, but more useless. I like Dr. Loomis actually a lot. Because he, especially how the actor portrays him, he's a very tired old man and very paranoid of the evil that lurks in Michael Myers.
Yeah. I don't necessarily hate him per se, but I
think he's a little useless.
He's very useless, and for someone who knows a lot about Michael Myers, he has a hard time predicting what he's going to do.
He just stood outside of the guy's house all Halloween night.
Which was definitely dumb. It is one of those cases where no one listens to him, and because of that, bad things happen. Although, he kind of hit people. He definitely should have had some sort of warning. I think one of his fatal flaws was he told the police not to tell anyone what's going on at first.
Well, actually, that was pretty smart because I agreed with the line where he was like, people would be reporting him seen on every corner because that's how people are.
That's fair.
Like, if you describe like some like Caucasian man in a white mask and a jumpsuit, a blue jumpsuit, you're gonna get reports all over the city.
That's
or
fair.
Town, and
that's true.
The cops are gonna be spread all over the place, or they're gonna go to one area, oh, he's not here, or that's not him, and then they have to spread out.
I never got a feel for how big this city was, because it felt like a small town, but it also did not feel like a small town.
I think it was a small town, because, like, the sheriff was like, oh, there's all families here. But the high school was pretty big.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty big.
Pretty big high school. My high school wasn't even that big.
So I guess we can talk about all the characters, and most of them are not very likable. Everyone except for Jamie Lee Curtis is pretty unlikable for the most part.
I didn't even like Jamie Lee Curtis. Like,
really?
Laurie Strode, I didn't even like.
Really?
Well,
that's interesting.
Like, there's no, like, the character itself is really bland, but like, it's trying to be a neutral stance where it's like it wants to have fun, but it also wants to do the good thing. I'm saying it as in like the character. I should be saying she, actually. A lot less confusing.
That's fair. Yeah.
But she wants to have fun, but she also wants to be responsible and watch the kids. And then her good wins out. And curiosity gets the better of her, blah, blah, blah. And there's no, like, a problem with older movies is that personality traits weren't really mastered yet. Being able to define a character really well. Because most of the characters in this movie are identical to one another. Despite, like, you know, Dr. Loomis.
Dr. Loomis, yeah.
Loomis, who is, like, old scientist man, psychiatric guy, blah, blah, blah. He's very paranoid. And then chief of police man, who's...
Sheriff, yeah.
Yeah, who's, like, oh, it's just a couple of kids. Go home, eh? And then you got the hose. Yeah, the two supporting characters for Laurie, they're really annoying. They're the same fucking character. Just played by two different actresses. And then you have the stereotypical boyfriend for both the intro and the climax of the story. Yeah. See, that's what's so hard about horror movies is that, like, when you have a character that it's defining action in a film is to have sex and die, it becomes very bland and predictable. Like, I just want to see a horror movie where someone gets laid and then just doesn't fucking die.
I mean,
let the
Scream
man
did that.
score. Yeah, Scream did do that. But didn't they do it in, like, the third movie?
No, the first one. Remember, Sydney sleeps with the killer and still survives.
That's right. Well, she slept with the killer.
Well, yeah, but they still wanted to kill her. She just, fought them off and won. Because Sydney is very proactive on all those movies.
Yeah, it's true.
We'll have to talk about Scream next year.
I actually remember, which Scream is it when they're, like, in the theater class? There's, like, a confrontation in the theater class. That's the only scene I remember from one of the movies. I think it's the third one.
I think you're right. It might be the second one, because I remember the ending of the second one taking place in an auditorium.
That might be it.
But in the third one, there definitely was theater stuff going on. Anyway, we're off topic.
Yeah, we're off topic. The point is that you can line up a lot of thriller movies and pick out the same fucking characters in most of them.
Let's talk about what works first before we talk about what doesn't work. And what works is Michael Myers, who's great.
Yeah. This is where I kind of wanted to bring up your opinion of Michael Myers being intelligent. I don't view that. I view Michael Myers as an animal, as a force of nature.
See, I would agree with you on that, but he does so many things deliberately, and he plans things out. He's not dumb. He planned out the car thing, and, like, he toys with them. He's smart. He's intelligent. He's patient.
I suppose. But then again, Michael Myers, like, openly does dumb things. Like, he's slowly going after Laurie after he gets up from her stabbing him, not just, like, immediately rushing her. And even then, like, throughout the entire movie, he's very slow when he doesn't have to be. Michael Myers is not fast as fuck.
No, he is not. He's slow and methodical.
When Michael Myers is in a car, he can go to the speed of light. He gets 2 days ahead of Lupus.
Yes.
Loomis. Fucking asshole.
This isn't Harry Potter.
Yeah. The boobs. There's a lot of boobs in this movie.
There are. But not as much as other horror movies. The nudity in this isn't...
horror movies are borderline pornos. We've already discussed this.
The nudity in this isn't gratuitous at all. It plays its part. In fact, there are times when you can definitely tell they opted out of showing nudity, which is interesting.
I would have loved to been in a theater in '78, and I would have loved to hear people go, "Yeah!" as they saw, like, tits just fucking on the big screen. Finally, this is what we've been waiting for.
I got to give credit to the guy who plays old Michael Myers, Tony Moran, and he just plays him real methodical. You get an idea of who Michael Myers is within the first movie. He's never in a hurry. He's patient. He waited 15 years to escape a mental institution, and it's that level of commitment and patience that makes his character interesting, in my opinion.
Yeah, and then the immediate counter to that is that how can Michael Myers walk away from all this damage that's done to him? Like, he's shot, stabbed, run over, and all this crap, and they don't explain it in the first two movies?
No, because the second movie takes place immediately after, well, Halloween 2, not Halloween 2018, which technically retcons 2. And Halloween 2 takes place immediately after the first one. And so much so, it has a recap of the first movie. And, like, yeah, he gets shot 6 times. And in Halloween 2, he gets shot, like, an additional 4 times. And in the face, I can come to one conclusion, and that is bulletproof bodysuit.
The escaped mental patient found Kevlar armor in that dude's truck.
Either that, or man is literally too angry to die.
I don't think I'm comfortable with any explanation for how Michael Myers survives all this stuff, because I genuinely do like the aspect of him just being a psychopath, just trying to kill people. Because I am so sick of, like, it's Jason, he's a demon. It's Freddy, he's a demon. He's possessed by the devil.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just want, like, someone who is malevolent, evil, and human. Because that's what monsters are. Monsters are human.
So I'm gonna talk a little bit of Halloween 2 here for a hot sec. Halloween 2 adds good stuff with Michael Myers, but it also, in my opinion, adds in the character assassination of Michael Myers.
Oh, yeah.
Because in 2, you find out that Laurie Strode is his sister, and he came back just to kill her. In the first movie, it never feels like that. It feels like it's just a happy coincidence that she's in the house at the same time. Like, he just wanted to kill these teenagers, and like, oh, it's another one.
Yeah, I feel like the people, since Halloween 1 was an independent film made by a very small group of people, I feel like they didn't know what to do with the success.
That's fair.
I feel like they were very overwhelmed, and they wanted to just kind of roll with it and see, bigger is better, right? Yeah, wrong. Stop doing this, horror movies. Let Halloween just be Halloween. Let it die. Let Friday the 13th die. Stop making new ones. Make original content. Hollywood, I hate you. Fucking hell. I am so tired of the same crap being released every year. It's getting depressing.
I understand. I'm going to bring up another positive of Halloween, and that is it's a movie where not a lot happens, and it's very patient, but it never feels slow, at least to me.
Yes, that comparison that I made earlier about the 2018 Halloween movie having someone die every 5 seconds. Yeah, the first main character death doesn't happen until 55 minutes in the Halloween one.
Yeah. It's extremely patient, and it's all about building tension. Like, just seeing him, like, toy with them while he's hiding behind the bushes, him driving past them. I always thought, and I could be wrong, but I always thought that the reason why he picked them was because Laurie's friend, whose name I can't remember anymore, yells at him while he's driving, and he stops, and that's why he decides to kill them.
Well, he picked Laurie because Laurie touched his family home, and he followed Laurie.
That's true.
Which
That's true.
Inadvertently led him to the other girls.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, how the order he decided to do it. I don't know how he came up with that. Maybe it's just opportunistic.
I think it was opportunistic. Like, I liked how he toyed with the first girl, how, like, he kept, like, he locked her in the laundry room, and then, like, he could have killed her right then and there. But no, he toyed with her, and, like, she got stuck in the window, and then, like, just little things to screw with her to make her life miserable before he killed her. And I find that hilarious and interesting.
I was kind of getting annoyed how often the music played during random sequences. Like, the three girls would, like, say a few lines of dialogue, they would walk down the street, and then the music would start playing. Michael's not on screen. The camera's not following them. They're just walking down the street, and the music is playing like something is happening that we're supposed to be paying attention to.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few scenes like that, and I was a little annoyed by them.
Mm-hmm. So I want to talk about, in my opinion, the best kill, and also probably the best jump scare in movie history. When the boyfriend character, whose name really doesn't matter. No one's name in this movie matters except for Laurie and Michael Myers and Loomis. Everything else is set dressing.
Oh, you mean when he pins the guy up against the wall with the knife?
Yes, I like how he opens the cupboard or like closet and Michael Myers just comes out and you get that sting of music and it's a jump scare with payoff. I don't mind jump scares as long as they have payoff. It's too many times we go to movies and they have jump scares and there's no payoff. It's just a goddamn cat jumping out of a locker. But no, it's Michael Myers there and he's here to murder you.
Surprisingly, that wasn't the jump scare that got me in this movie.
Really? Which one was that?
It was the police chief grabbing Loomis's shoulder.
Really? Huh?
I jumped at it because I felt like, I don't know, the tension in that scene in specific was just very high for me for some reason.
Really? I didn't feel a whole lot of tension because wasn't he messing with the children at that point?
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty, like, it wasn't like haha funny, but it was like chuckle-worthy funny, in my opinion. What?
Nothing. I just realized I'm such a fucking zoomer because I'm so accustomed to jump scares that I don't even give a shit about them anymore. And literally a cop putting his hand on someone's shoulder is frightening to me. It's terrifying. Po, no, go away.
I feel like there's some social commentary there that we're not going to talk about.
Anyway, moving on. So first kill is Laurie's friend Annie.
And I surprisingly remember her boyfriend's name is Paul, but that's only because she says it like 50 billion times.
Paul's never on screen.
Paul is never on screen. He's the smart one.
His name is on screen more than all of the characters combined.
I gotta go see Paul. If Paul calls, make sure to tell me. Are you gonna go see Paul? Yes, I'm gonna go see Paul.
Paul? Who is this Paul man? How is he this lucky?
I don't know. Like, he convinces his girl to, like, travel across the world for him.
And then he survives a serial.
Okay, like, seriously. Like, he says that he's grounded to, like, some extent, and, like, she has to go pick him up. And she's like, okay.
Yeah, that's not realistic. Your ass would have been dumped immediately if you asked your girlfriend to come pick you up.
Paul has a 20-inch dick.
Paw. Who's Paw? You're pretty sick, Noah.
I said Paul.
Oh, Paul. I thought you said Paw. I was about to say, is that your own nickname for it? Is that your personal nickname for yours?
That's a big nope. That's a big nope for me.
Old El Paso.
Anyway.
Holy hell. Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
Annie is excited to carelessly throw away her responsibilities watching over this young child and go have sex. With Paul, the magic man himself.
The magic man. The man with the magic penis. Paul. And that's how we get our first kill. She goes to the car. She can't get the door unlocked. And she goes to do something, and then she comes back to the car, and she kind of forgets that it was locked to begin with and gets right in. Immediately, Michael Myers pounces on her.
Yeah, like, I thought that was clever
Mhm.
because it was like, oh, it's locked the first time, but she instinctively opens it
Yeah.
the second time and it's unlocked. That was a little nod to the
Yeah.
audience to, like, expect something.
Expect the unexpected.
I literally throughout this entire movie I was coming up with parodies of scenes because I kept thinking about this one video I saw where it was like that one scene where Laurie looks out her window, she sees Michael Myers in the laundry, and then she keeps staring, and then it cuts back to Michael Myers raking her leaves. Michael Myers is blowing the leaves now. Michael Myers is attempting to cut down the tree. And she's just staring at him.
Mhm.
And I had several times like that. Well, there was one time when the kids were in bed and Laurie was checking on them, and they were like all huddled together, all happy. I kind of pictured Michael Myers just rising up from in between them, just
Mhm.
like how he does whenever he comes back to life, and just staring into the camera, like with the two kids next to him, just like happily sleeping and everything, and he just rises up. I lost my shit for like 5 minutes because of my own joke while watching this movie. Nobody understood it in the room with me.
You know, going back to Everyone Has Sex and Dies, the first time I ever watched this movie was at a midnight showing with my soon-to-be girlfriend, and during the first sex scene of the movie where it's just Kid Michael, she audibly goes in a packed theater, "Is that it?" And I lost it.
Don't
so
worry, you get
bad.
actual porn later. Yes, because I want to see this. They're under the covers just slapping each other, making noises. You actors aren't fooling anyone.
Hey Greg, I heard that they got sun chips in the new vending machine. I'm gonna go. Do you want anything?
No.
Oh, I'll bring you back a Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Hi, this is Noah from Post Production. If you're wondering who edits these, well, that would be me. Anyway, if you like the show, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We'll be on iTunes soon, so I'll keep you updated for that. And if you want to help support the show, check out our Patreon. Anything you could give would help. Anyway, back to the show. Hey, here's that 7-Up you wanted.
It's been 87 years, Noah.
Oh, my watch is slow.
Anyway, back to Halloween.
Oh, yeah, back to Halloween.
Did you see Halloween 47 that came out this year?
The timeline to Halloween is so messed up and weird, and like movies have been retconned and brought back so many times.
We are in the next decade. I'm going to predict that we are going to have an alternate timeline where it's literally female Michael Myers, and then we're going to have time-traveling Michael Myers.
Yes.
I don't know who's going to do it, but whoever you are, don't credit me.
When are we gonna get Michael Myers X, where it's him in space,
Oh.
and then he can fight Jason X?
Michael Myers X.
Have you never seen Jason X?
Oh no, dude. I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking that you were doing a play on SpaceX, and it was going to be
No.
Michael Myers goes to the Mars mission for SpaceX,
Michael
and
Myers
he kills all
kills
the people
Elon
on
Musk.
Mars. Yeah. Elon Musk is like, "Oh, hey, you're kind of close there, buddy," and then he just stabs him.
Because he doesn't
Elon
pick
Musk
up on
is
social
like, "No,
cues.
I wanted to die on Mars, not the space shuttle." And then Space Michael Myers is also gonna have like an electric keyboard version of the song.
I mean, the original is already on synthesizer, so
What an ungodly world we live in right now,
yes.
where these films that we are spewing out of our literal assholes are by far in the potential realm for the near future. And we haven't even gotten to the second kill yet.
See, I'm waiting for the remake of the '07 Rob Zombie version of Halloween.
What happened in that one?
It's weird.
I can't remember.
You see so much of Michael Myers as a child in that movie, it kills it for me.
Oh. Does he talk?
Yes, he's this abused child. They're like horrible rednecks.
No. You don't humanize Michael Myers.
Yes, it's bad.
He's an animal. Don't do that. Leave him alone. That's animal abuse.
Michael Myers is like a sweet kitten.
Why can't PETA actually solve real crises?
I know,
like
right?
Michael Myers being portrayed horribly in the Rob Zombie film.
I'm just sad that he did not remake Friday the 13th.
Anyway, let's talk about Linda and her boyfriend Bob.
Bob, that's his name. Oh my god.
So these two sick individuals will be the reason why I am not going to allow any person to babysit my future children. Because what sick fuck goes to some random person's house that they were supposed to be babysitting just to have sex in that house? And I'm pretty sure they did it in the master bedroom too. Honey, is this your juice?
I don't know who would do that at all.
You sick bastard. I'm fucking bleaching my house.
Yeah, I don't know who would do that at all.
Disgusting animal.
Anyway, Bob is unlikable. So is his girlfriend. If Bob didn't have one of the best deaths in the movie, then he would be pointless.
Bob also has a pretty shitty van.
He does have a shitty van,
like an ugly purple. Pretty sure it was purple. Might have been blue. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, get me a beer. Yeah, give me a beer. Fucking hell, dude.
See anything you like?
No, sometimes I just wish Michael Myers just had that strength and could just rip her head clean off just with his bare hands. That's what I would have done.
I laughed audibly when he came in with the sheet and then realized that was genius.
Oh. That was pretty good.
Like, Michael Myers is smart. He's meticulous. I
don't think that was smart. I just think that's just him being a psychotic, childish idiot, but it works out in the end.
Nah, he's smart.
What do I do? Ooh, cover myself up. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Ooh.
Nah, he's smart. I think he's smart.
Beginner's luck.
I think Michael Myers is a meticulous, interesting character, and Greg does not. That's okay.
Michael Myers is a spirit animal. I don't know whose spirit animal it is. Please report yourself to the authorities if it is yours.
Jeffrey Dahmer's.
Holy fuck. If you are the Zodiac Killer, please come out. I'm curious.
I thought Ted Cruz was the Zodiac Killer.
I kind of hope it is him. That would be the greatest twist in history.
He was like 7 when those murders happened.
That still would have been good.
Not wrong. It'd be
Just
hilarious.
imagine a 7-year-old running the entire nation's police force for a loop.
He's the one taunting them with the notes.
That's why the notes were made like in like shitty like stickers and shit like that.
Ciphers.
Kid couldn't write.
We say this, and now the Zodiac Killer's gonna come find us and kill us.
We're gonna get a comment from someone called the Zodiac Killer. He's gonna be like, actually, fuck you guys. I am not a 7-year-old child. Oh yeah? Pussy? Yeah? You wanna talk shit? Motherfucker?
The next episode of Dish Talk is just going to be like me and some guy who replaced Greg because the Zodiac Killer killed him.
Come on, pussy.
Hi, my name is Noah, and I'm the Zodiac Killer, and this is Dish Talk.
And I'm Dave, the Zodiac Killer.
Dish Talk, half critical analysis, half bullshit.
I wasn't even a suggestion by the time the Zodiac Killers came about, but you know what? I think I am the Zodiac Killer.
Oh,
maybe I made a time. Maybe the Zodiac Killer is a time traveler.
Maybe the Zodiac Killer is the friends we made along the way.
How are we getting so off track? Holy hell! This is a train that accidentally launched off the rails onto a roller coaster perfectly.
Okay, so I think the reason for this is because not a whole lot happens in this movie.
Yes.
It can be summed up in 4 paragraphs. If you really wanted to sum it up, it could be a couple of sentences. Oh, so what happens in Halloween? Some guy kills his sister, escapes mental hospital. Paranoid doctor tries hunting him down, fails through most of the movie. Mental patient kills teenagers who try to have sex. And then main girl who doesn't have sex fights him off until therapist comes and shoots him. Roll credits. And it works.
It was the boogeyman, wasn't it?
It's like The Purge. It just works, Greg.
Purge doesn't work.
I'm aware.
The Purge is a fantasy. It's not good. It's just a fantasy. Enjoy it while you can, you sick fucks.
The Purge isn't good, just like the movies are not good.
Anyway. Yeah, so Linda and Bob get fucked up. And rightfully so. I can't remember how he killed... No, he strangles Linda with the cord of a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not even sure if that would work.
Only one way to find out.
Strangled with a cord of a phone? I would think they're too stretchy to really get a good grip. Or a proper tightness around the first time. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm looking it up right now.
I killed a man with this phone.
The Seattle Times reports in 2018, man charged with strangling Florida woman with phone cord.
Of course it's Florida. Of course.
The guy's name is Todd Gay.
Todd Gay. The gays strike again.
Oh, Florida. You never cease to entertain us. Oh, my. So, I guess the only thing I want to say about Halloween is that it's slow, it's smart, it's well-paced. Even though it's slow, it's well-paced. It takes its time, and it savors every single minute. And it's not a perfect movie, but it's almost a perfect movie. I feel like with just a few minor alterations, it could be a perfect movie.
My thoughts on Halloween. Fuck you. You're the reason why I had to deal with Paranormal Activity. Fuck you. Anyway, you're also the reason why a couple people in Hollywood have jobs when they shouldn't.
Who are those people, Greg?
Oh, I'm not that dumb.
Are you going to call out Jamie Lee Curtis, Greg?
No.
She's going to use that Activia money to come strangle you to death.
Nope. Also, Jamie Lee Curtis sounds old in this movie.
Mm-hmm. She looks younger in H2O.
She is very young in this movie,
mm-hmm.
and she sounds like a 40-year-old woman.
It's so weird, because I was watching H2O, and she looks like so much healthier and happier in that movie, even though her character's suffering from PTSD. It's weird.
Do you
Anyway.
wanna do a quick comparison, or just like off the top of your head, a review of Halloween 2018?
It is unfocused, rushed, and cash grabby.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I felt about the whole Laurie Strode becoming Sarah Connor.
It takes place 40 years later, which, okay, Michael Myers is patient. I'm not sure if he's that patient. I thought H2O took its time when it was almost 20 years later.
Oh, Halloween 2018 also killed a minor, like someone below the age, someone who was 13 years old. They killed, and I was like, yeah, fuck them kids.
Alrighty, you ready to clock out, Greg?
I'm not sure. I feel like we're missing something. Oh yeah, everything. Oh no, we did it again. We just talked about movies the entire time. We didn't do any work.
Good thing no one wants to work the weekends and our jobs are secure.
Yeah, anyway. Moving on.
I guess I'll...
Alright, clocking out.
Yep, I'll see you tomorrow, Greg.
I'll see you tomorrow, Noah.
Alright, take it easy, man. Alrighty, later.